For my Raspberry Pi project, I'm going to build a motion-activated security camera. And it's going to be able to do two things that are both important. First, it's going to live stream the video feed at all times. This is useful if you're remote. In other words, you're away from the camera and you can't physically see what is going on, and therefore you want another way of seeing it. And second, it is going to record the video, but only when there's something worth recording, hence the motion-activated part of the camera. This also will help save space on the drive we store it on, because recording video 24 hours a day, 7 days a week will chew up a lot of space. So, to do this, we are going to use two parts. The first part is going to be our Raspberry Pi board, as you can see right here. The second part is the Raspberry Pi No IR Camera Module version 2. This is going to be the eyes. And both of these things are going to come together to form our ultimate security camera. You might have noticed a problem with this. There's no motion sensor that's part of our ultimate security system. And the fact of the matter is, we don't need a separate sensor because we have software. And there are two possibilities. We have Motion iOS or Motion. What this software does is it looks for changes in the pixels of the image, and if there are enough changes in the pixels, it knows that the video has action on it. In other words, it knows that there is motion on the video. So, we only need these two things. Now, why do we choose the Raspberry Pi 3 and the Raspberry Pi No IR Camera Module version 2? The Raspberry Pi 3 is the latest version of the Raspberry Pi series, and it has a 1.2 gigahertz CPU, which means it can process video faster than most previous Raspberry Pis. It has 1 gigabyte of RAM, which is tremendous for a Raspberry Pi, and most importantly, it has onboard Wi-Fi. Onboard Wi-Fi is important because we need to be able to live stream video. The Raspberry Pi No IR camera, which No IR stands for No Infrared, is important because instead of just your regular webcam, it plugs directly into our Raspberry Pi, so this transfer speed should be much faster. Second, it has no infrared filter. That means it will do pretty well at nighttime, as opposed to a regular infrared camera, or camera that doesn't have an infrared filter. It also, interestingly enough, makes the camera itself cheaper, because the camera that has the infrared filter has an extra piece, more price, and it makes it less fun to work with. So, this is how we are going to use just two components, a Raspberry Pi and a camera, to make the ultimate security system.